Buckle up. This one's going to be tough. It's going to be brutal. And I know it. I'm just going to warn you because I feel like if I know when something is going to be hard, I do a better job of preparing myself mentally for it. Get prepared. Are you ready? I took Dave Ramsey's financial peace class like a gazillion years ago, 12 years ago or so, because I wanted to buy a new house and I wanted to learn how to afford it. And he said something that I will never forget. And I was totally irritated with him. He said, you can't outwork bad spending habits. And I was like, watch me. Because I can make money. I can also spend money even more effectively. And so, what does this have to do with today's topic? This is where the brutal part comes in. There is no way to work around this. And what I'm telling you is the truth. You can do all the research on it. Stop following influencers and stop doing the next fad that people are talking about things that don't matter. They're talking about the 5%. What I'm talking to you about is the 85% of the thing that matters the most in your journey to be hot mom, lose weight, be stronger, look great. I mean, let's do this. Let's look great. If we can, let's just do all the things, right? You cannot outwork a bad diet. It's just not possible. You cannot do it. Your fork is the most important part of your health journey. Now, that kind of sucks because working out is kind of the fun stuff. Like it makes you feel strong and it makes you feel good because it's got endorphins and it's sweaty. So you feel like you're actually accomplishing something. But what is the problem is if your nutrition is not aligned, then your results are going to stall or they will be non-existent because at the end of the day, and there is just no way around this. And I don't care if you're perimenopausal, menopausal, you've got autoimmune diseases. This still holds true. Look up the research. I'm telling you, I've done the research for it because I want to blame it on hormones too. I want to blame my puffy belly and my juicy thighs on hormones. I do, but it's simply not true. What is true is that if you want to lose body fat, you have to be in a calorie deficit. I'm waiting for the mic to drop, okay? Fat loss only comes down to one thing, and that is a calorie deficit. You have to burn more calories in your life than you eat. And I'm so sorry, and you can be really mad at me and you can stop watching, except don't. What I'm telling you is absolutely truth. It's just not truth that we want. We want it to be the small, tiny little things. I'll take this supplement. I'll blame it on perimenopause. I'll blame it on my autoimmune. Well, I'm doing better. Like I can't, what we want to do is we want to pass the buck. Well, the buck stops right here. You know, I'm from Independence, Missouri. Harry S. Truman famously said, the buck stops here. The buck stops at the eating because the truth is that workouts feel productive. They're exciting. They're empowering. They make you feel good and accomplishing. But exercise burns far fewer calories than you think it does. And food contains way more calories than you think it does. And so the sneaky part is, and here is why you've heard me say this multiple times, I don't believe in calling food healthy. I don't believe in calling food clean. I don't believe any of those because it has nothing to do with a calorie deficit. And there's no definition of that. So I wanted to give some examples. And so I've got all these things written down. And, you know, I was Googling all of this or AIing it or whatever we're doing nowadays, the same thing. This shocking. Are you ready? Okay. Think about food like, so you've got a budget. Go back to Dave Ramsey. You've got a budget and you've got a certain amount, like you're going to go work out and you're probably going to burn 500 calories. And you know that your resting calorie, because you went and got your body scan, like I told you to go get, you know that you burn 1,000 calories a day just resting. So you're going to burn 1,500 calories a day. You have to take in less than 1,500 to lose weight. No way around it. No way around it. So let's look at what a healthy coffee will get you. A latte with just cream and syrup, 400 calories. 400 calories in something that, especially if it's iced, will probably take you 5 minutes to drink. Now, if it's warm, you get a little bit longer on that. But that's the equivalent of running 35 to 40 minutes. Running. Do you want to run 40 minutes to drink that coffee? You're going to need that coffee to have the energy to run 40 minutes. That's insanity. First of all, you don't have time. You don't have time in your day to add that to the already 500 calories you said you were going to burn, and then the resting. And then now you have to add that in addition to take care of the healthy coffee that you had. And I don't ever want to get into a transactional relationship with working out. I have to go punish myself because I had something. I want to put it in my budget. So, okay, if you've got 400 calories that in your budget that you want to go have a healthy coffee, just be aware of it. Also be aware that you'll have to walk for 90 minutes to get rid of that, or lift for 60 minutes. That would be my preferred, if we're talking about exercise, because that's going to build and that's important. So like I said, I don't want to get in a transactional relationship because I don't want you to punish yourself or and do anything like that to your body, but you've got to be aware of these things. And so let's go to quick lunch. Let's just grab a turkey breast, and turkey slices have a lot of protein in them. I've found is not a new thing, but it is to me. And no nitrate turkey in the health food section, like there's 11 grams of protein per 2 slices. So I'll just throw that on a sandwich real quick, and then I'll have a small little bag of chips. Well, that's 800 calories. 800 calories when you put all that stuff together. And so to burn that, 60 to 80 minutes of running, 2.5 hours of walking, 90 minutes of a sweaty boot camp workout. For lunch, I don't know about food. And I want to eat food that's going to help me build muscle. And I want to eat food. And that's why I'm really big on not snacking, because snacky food typically is not going to do me any good. And it's going to take calories away from my budget that, quite frankly, I can't afford. I don't want to spend my entire day working out. So I've got to be more diligent on the front end on the food so that I can enjoy my workouts, enjoy things like that. So here's a sweet little treat. 2 cookies, only 2. Did you see me the other day? I had 6 cookies for breakfast. That's when I had to, I'm not preaching to you. I'm mostly just telling you about my pain. This is a massive issue. Those little cookies, 2 cookies, 300 to 500 calories. A small dessert, same thing. 50 minutes of running, minutes of walking. Oh, no way. Newsflash, we do not need something sweet every single time we eat a meal. That's a habit. That's not a requirement. And so if you have a bad habit, the good part about that is that you can change it into a good habit. You don't need that. And once you eliminate it from your body, it takes 3 days to get sugar out of your system. And then once it's out of your system, you'll stop craving it. You'll stop thinking that I need to have that sweet thing. Okay, here's the one that gets you. This is crazy. So I did 2 scenarios. One with a cheesy, one as a healthy big salad. Do you know what had more calories? Healthy big salad. Did you hear me? Healthy big salad with dressing and cheese and nuts and fruit and croutons, all the makings of a good salad, right? 700 to 1,000 plus calories in that salad. Is that not crazy? And you thought you were doing good. You thought you didn't eat the pasta. You ate the salad instead. And of course, it's better food for you. It's healthier, but that has nothing to do with losing fat and has nothing to do with the calorie deficit. That's 3.5 hours of walking for a salad. Girls, we don't got time for that. We don't have time for that. So this is where people get frustrated. They're not tracking their food. They think they're eating healthy. They're working out every day and they're not losing weight. That to me, I've said it about 1,000 different times in all aspects of my life. I think the worst place to be is when you're trying, but you're not getting anywhere. You're doing enough to where it's inconvenient, but you're still not getting results. I think that place is the most frustrating. And that's what happens when you don't track your food. You have to track it. So healthy does not mean low calorie. Like gluten-free, because I'm gluten-free, dairy-free, and corn-free. That does not mean I eat healthy. I can eat cookies for breakfast. It has nothing to do with any of those things. So we can't just say that, well, I'm gluten free, so I'm healthy. Well, I'm this, so I'm healthy. It's not. You got to read the food labels. And healthy food, guys, is some of the worst food. Healthy packaged food, oh my gosh, I can't even. Somebody's made a bazillion dollars in that marketplace because it's a scam, honestly. Eat whole foods and track them. So if your fat loss is the goal, hot mom, shredded, lean, muscular, strong, then you've got to be in a calorie deficit. You got to know what calories are going in and you got to know what calories are going out. And that is the driver. You're not no longer, no more clean eating, no more organic. And it's not a mess. It's not a matter of good or bad. So I don't think those little fun coffees are bad by any means. I love little fun coffees, but where is it in the budget for the day? And is it worth it? And that's only a question you can answer. Is it worth it? And so sometimes when I'm really in a good place and I want to make good decisions, for 400 calories, I can have 2 chicken salad wraps that are going to give me 35 grams of protein. Which one does my body want? That's easy. That's easy. And then I can just have a black coffee. Or let's be honest, a black coffee with like sugar-free creamer or, something. I used to do this thing. Ooh, let me just tell you this because this is a little fun hack. During bodybuilding, we couldn't have anything fun, right? So I know what it looks like, I know what it feels like. I did a protein shake, vanilla protein, and instead of water, I used black coffee, and I put cinnamon in it, and I think that's it. Ice and blended it, and it was like an iced coffee, but with protein shake in it. And I didn't have to use any cream, milk, sugar, anything like that. Isn't that genius? I know that one's free. There you go. So this, guys, is not, like I said, I don't want you to get transactional. I don't want you to feel restricted. I just want you to be aware and ask yourself, like, does this fit my goal? If your goal is to be strung out on lattes, then go for it. But how can you make it better? How can you make your body? I just think about, what does my body want? Because your body will tell you every single thing. And we'll talk about that at some other subject later. Your body will tell you what it wants. How it reacts to something will tell you, is that what it wanted? I tell you what, my body loves, like high fat, high protein meals. It doesn't love a lot of carbs. It loves high. So like I am mayonnaise based on so many things because my body loves it. I will just drop weight like that. And I can tell that my body, I don't bloat, I don't do any of those things, and I'm not hungry ever because I'm high protein, high fat. So how do you know that? You experiment and you listen to your body. What does it want? If you're constantly in craving mode and starvation mode, you're not giving your body what it wants. Are you not losing weight? You're not giving your body what it wants. So it will tell you, you've just got to listen. So we'll talk about that some other time. Okay, so here's your power shift strategy on food. Build around protein. It's what keeps you full, and it reduces your overeating, and it reduces sugar cravings. So the main part of my food, every single meal, is protein. And for me, that's the way I eat. It is an animal protein of some kind. And it is the main. Sometimes I just eat protein. Sometimes I'll add some vegetables. Sometimes I'll add some fat. Sometimes I'll add carbs. Like I did have ground beef with hot sauce and in a wrap today. So I had like a little bit of a carb, not much in there. So sometimes I'll add that, but protein is the whole thing of my meal. That is the main thing. Number 2. So that's number 1. Number 2 is be careful with your add-ons, your dipping sauces. And I'm a dipping sauce. Oh my gosh. And so I started making my own sauces. Like honey mustard is the easiest thing in the world to make, and it's so much better. So making your own things, using like ranch flavored, like the powder mixes instead of ranch dressing, genius hack. Toppings, like, and then the sides, the bread, and then the unnecessary, the eating chips while I make dinner, like those things, those snacky things don't. That's where your calories are going to skyrocket. Liquid calories, number 3. Watch your liquid calories. It's the easiest way to reduce your deficit. So it's going against you. It's the easiest thing to do to create deficit is to take out those those calories. So pop, alcohol. We're going to talk about alcohol pretty soon. Sugar, coffee thingies, lattes, any of those like juice. It's healthy, Heather. No, that's not a thing. I eat fruit in my smoothie, but I do not drink juice. That is liquid calories for no good reason. Don't drink orange juice. Go eat an orange. It will sustain you in a much different, much better way. So your liquid calories, and then upgrade your healthy foods. So if you want that big salad, that's what I'm having for dinner tonight. That's actually why I use that example. That's what I'm having for dinner tonight. But how can I make it higher protein, higher fat, because I like the higher fat, and lower carbs, and then watch my calories? Well, I can add a lot more vegetables to it. I can add, for me, I will just add like 3 times more protein. When I eat a salad, it's pretty much chicken sitting on a tiny little bit of lettuce because the chicken, my body loves chicken. It just loves it. Loves it, loves it, loves it, loves it. So that is how, and then control the dressing. You got to control the dressing. I use a lot of seasonings, so I don't have to use a lot of oil-based things, because olive oil is great for you. Also has a gazillion calories in it. So you just got to be careful. Now, if I have those calories available tonight because I've been in deficit all day and I have some room to shift, maybe I will have a little bit more dressing, only if that is available to me. So in summary, you do not have to eat perfectly. You just have to eat intentionally, and you have to track it, because you cannot outwork a bad diet. I don't care how much you work out. If you want to spend all your day working out, that sounds terrible. We don't want to do that. And sometimes it's disguised as healthy. And sometimes we rationalize, I deserve this because I went to work out today. I deserve that. But 2 cookies can take away your entire workout. What? Like, that's not worth it at all. So we just have to be careful about what we're telling ourselves and what we're refusing to not pay attention to. Okay. So don't be mad at me. I hope you listened all the way through, because this is the game changer and this is the truth and there's no way around it. But now that you know, you got control of it and you can handle it. I believe in you.